All right, today we are working on creating this light switch in onshape. So to begin, name it the proper thing. Give it a good name that makes sense for you, the assignment. Next thing you're going to do is align yourself up so you can make a front view, because it kind of matches what we're going for. The depth is 1/4 of an inch, so we'll do that later when we extrude. So now I'm going to create a sketch on the front plane. And it looks like it's already chosen, so great, we got the front plane. So now I'm going to make a rectangle. And from origin, I'm going to click and type a width of 2.75, enter, and now 4.5, enter. Now, I could say finish sketch and then extrude and then have to extrude the other shapes into it, but that sounds like a lot of extra work. Instead, why don't I just draw all my stuff at once, and then I can extrude the piece with holes in it where I want the holes, because the screws go in here. We're going to leave holes for that, and then where the switch goes through, we're going to leave holes for that. All right, so let's do that rectangle in the center. Rectangle in the center is 1 inch tall, 3/8 of an inch wide, and we're going to center it afterwards. I should have shown you guys this, but I'm going to show you it today. All right, so I'm going to make a rectangle that is 3/8 and 1 inch tall. Now, you're going to love this. There is a thing called the dimension tool. And what this is going to do is determine specific dimensions. So you can use it to reposition things. You can use it to change the length of things. And there is a conversation that happens. First, you select the tool. Next, you tell the computer, this is one of the things I want to change the distance of. So it's going to tell you, oh, this is 3/8. That's what it is. But you're not done. Now I say, all right, we click this. Now I want the distance from there to here. So now the computer's like, oh, you wanted the dimension between two things. I got you. Here, it's 1.702 inches. So now what I'm going to do is move it out of the way and click. This is going to drop the dimension, and it's going to allow me to edit it. Now, here, we got 4.5 inches. I really need a calculator at school. All right, so to figure out the center point, like how far this distance should be, what I'm going to do is the total height, 4.5 inches, minus the height of the center slot, 1. That's 3.5. And that's telling me the distance from here to here, plus here to here. So now that I have this, I'm going to divide it by 2. And that's just going to give me one of those sides. So now my distance here is 1.75. Great. It looks good. 1.75. I don't even need to dimension this, because if this is 1.75 and this is 1, then this must be 1.75. Same thing as when you put dimensions on an orthographic drawing. You don't put extras on. All right, now we got to center this widthwise. We have 3/8 and we have 2.75. So same deal. Okay. So I did max width minus the width of this. I'm going to get my dimension tool. I'm going to say the distance from here to the wall is going to be 1.1875. Enter. It is now centered. Not done. We have to do some circles. So I'm going to put a circle. Let's see. Can I? Oh, yeah. Okay, it's centered. So the diameter of this is 3/8. Great. I'm going to do the dimension tool here. So for this, I click the edge of the circle to this. And nope, that's wrong. I'm going to use the dimension tool. I click the center of the circle to the edge. And what do I need? I need to get my calculator again. It's 4.5 minus 2 3/8 equals, so the distance from here to here plus here to here is 2 1/8, and then we divide by 2. That's the distance we need, except here the diameter looks big. Because it is. This is supposed to be 3/16. So it's going to be half of that 3. Good. So I intentionally only did the one because I'm going to use these midpoint lines. I'm going to mirror. So select a mirror line. Cool. Select entities. There. Good. I just made a copy. So now that I've done this, I can just delete all the stuff that I don't want. So I can get rid of this. It's not going to move anything around. It's just going to make my view a little cleaner. I don't need it. Caution, if you start moving things around, it's not going to keep it locked the way that you had it if you get rid of those dimensions. Okay, so now I say done. Now I go to extrude. I'm going to extrude this shape, not 1 inch, 0.25. So if I look, very nice. Now, there's a couple of extra things. So at this point, you have gotten the bare essentials of what you need. Bonus time. So bonus number 1, fillet. Fillet is going to be a very small curved edge. You should be, actually, we used fillet in AutoCAD, so you should know what fillet is. It's going to be a curve. So I set my curve to 0.2 inches, and it works just fine. You could do that. I'm going to cancel. I'm instead going to use chamfer. Chamfer is a angled edge, like that. I'm going to use chamfer on every single edge. Wow. That's just gorgeous. So now that I've selected all my edges, I'm going to make it like 0.125, 1/8 of an inch. A little less crazy. 0.0625. Let's go with 1/16 of an inch. I'm going to say okay. Great. Looking nicer. And I got one more bonus for you. I think it's shell right here. Shell hollows things out. So I can select the back of this, and with the setting, shell thickness, it's going to create a thickness of 0.1 inches around all of my edges. So if I want an even thinner shell, 105. I click. Oh, looks like it failed. So let's go. Oh no, it just undid it. So here it's an even thinner shell. Let's make it 0.1. 1/10 of an inch. Looks good. Nice. So I now have my object. It's ready for 3D printing if I want. I can put it right on my wall because I paid attention to my measurements.